this is Marieta Oslanec of ImmigrationBiz, and today we are going to talk about another American dream. This dream is the dream of Mr. and Mrs. Khan, and they are founders and investors of RTM Performance, and this is a company that is dealing with car industry company, car repair for European cars, modification software installation, and Dyno tuning. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Yeah, we are very fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here today. And so let's talk about a little bit more about your company, because it's a very interesting what you are doing. You have many years of experience in this field, and you actually came from public and you became investor in the US recently, now on E-2 investor. And so I want to introduce your company to our viewers. What is it exactly that your company does? Tell us more about how are you repairing the car? What is it Dyno tuning? Because, for example, I don't have. So let's talk about more details so our viewers can understand what actually you own in your company.
Yeah, the Dyno tuning or Dyno performance is very interesting for the people which want to have more horsepower in their car, and the classic engine, the original engine in this car isn't. With this engine, it isn't possible. So we make the modification with engine. We change there the parts for stronger. We change the software modification, and that all we make on the Dyno. We start modification on computer. We can see how much horsepower on these devices this car has, and the most important thing is then this is the most safe thing what we can do for the people, because for example when we do it on the street, it isn't safe for the car, for us, and for all. And then there on the Dyno we can have 100%. We can be sure then is the best for the car.
I'm not really understand exactly. So when you say it's not safe, does it mean that if it's not properly installed, then the car can be something wrong in the future, and you are using special technique or special software, thing that is necessary in order for the safety of the car, correct?
Yeah. So for explaining, on the street you can make the modification of the software of the car, but there are lots of things which can I'm so sorry. Say me please it in Czech and I translate it.
To je bezpečný kvůli testování samozřejmě těch silných aut a tak dále, a hlavně bezpečný pro to auto. To znamená, že na tom Dynu se dá ta modifikace celá streamovat, nahrávat. To znamená, že se to dá celý znovu přehrávat a udoupravovat, dolaďovat, a když to na silnici tyhle ty věci nejdou. Proto je tohleto zařízení na to určení.
Yeah, so this is better for this car.
Okay.
Yeah, this is better for this car because for the modification it's safe for the parts in the car. For all car is safer if you are on the Dyno, because you can give there the. I'm so sorry. I absolutely forgot what I want to say.
What? It's all good.
If he wants to say, you know.
No problem at all. So basically, if people want to find out more about exactly what you do, how you're repairing their cars, how you can modify the software, what is Dyno, and if you learn more information, then just go to your website, and I will post the link below this video. The website is, you can tell us the website. performance.com, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
You're launching your new website soon, and so people can check it out. And if you have any questions, they can just email you or can call you, and the information will be posted on your website. So don't worry about the explanation. Let's talk about your American dream and how you got your investor E-2 visa, because many viewers will want to know how you got this. For many foreign entrepreneurs, this is a market where you guys living right now. So tell about experience, and before you do it, why did you even decide to move to the US in the first place?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Can you repeat it, because we have wrong signal and I didn't hear you now.
Why did you decide to move to the US in the first place?
Yeah.
What was the motive behind that?
The motivation for us was absolutely the opportunities which are in USA for our job, because in Czech Republic, it's a few customers which want to do this type of business this type of customers is a few in Czech Republic. So there in USA, it's lots of people which want to have more horsepower, and lots of people which has European cars. And this is the problem there. For example, in our area in Nevada, there is a few people which can repair European cars, because this type of cars doesn't have there the history. And my husband is the specialist for this type of car. And the next thing is the tuning, and the tuning modification for European car doesn't have there the history too. So this is lots of customers. That's a great place for us, because lots of parts which we need to the car is just in USA. We can't buy it in Europe, or we must wait a long time, and there it's everything very fast. So we can do our work very professional, and that's why we decide. And I think, or we think, the business in USA doesn't have sailing, and that's what is the
so basically it's a
motivation for us.
For business opportunity for you, and saw the opportunity, therefore you decided to apply for visa, became investors, and now you are living your American dream.
Yeah, absolutely.
So would you like to share experience getting E-2 visa? How long was the process, and how was your experience, for example, with the US Embassy? Because as teaching many of our following viewers on YouTube channel, we are explaining the process of E-2 visa. With E-2 visa, back in home country, and they can go directly to the US Embassy, which is advantage. But sometimes they have negative experience. Most of them positive experience. What was your experience with the whole E-2 visa process, including the US Embassy interview, everything? What would you like to share?
Yeah. For us, because prepare it, you must do all things what's important for the visum. We decide to move to USA in April and start with everything what we need visum. So there was for us 2 months, it was very hard time, lots of work, because we must fund it our shop for our company, the apartment, the lease, so on, and lots of time on the Henderson office when we need to get the business license and that all. But what is very good experience is there in our country when we need the business license. The people are very nice, very friendly, very helpful, and it isn't like, for example, in Czech Republic, when if you don't have any documents, they say you, I'm sorry, I need it. there it isn't. They try to help us. Okay, you don't have this document, give me other. So that was very good experience, and we was very surprised how friendly the people and helpful there are. And if we have everything prepared for visum, we send it to the embassy, and we must wait 1 month. And what was a little bit strange for us was then we don't get the date for the interview on embassy. We must really wait 4 weeks, and after 4 weeks we get the date after 2 days. So that was good, but long time for waiting. So yeah, that was not wrong experience, but it was different. And
yeah, it was maybe a little bit stressful. Yeah, I mean, this is the case. A little bit stressful. This is the case of investor visa, E-2 visa, because the file is usually sent to the embassy, and then they study the file. And as you already know, it's a pretty thick file, and based on that, they either ask for additional documents, or if everything is fine they ask you to come to interview. So it's a very different process compared to, for example, if you experience in the past the process with 2B visa. It's a slightly different process. So what you're describing, the 4 weeks waiting time, that's the case of the US Embassy in Czech Republic.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I want to describe the time in the US Embassy, that was stressed, because you are in the small room with lots of people, which I think lots of people went there for the same like we, and the stress from there is studied for later, and that was and you wait for the resume of the embassy people, yeah, which work there. So that was long time, and we was there. The appointment we had for 11 a.m. and we was there 1 hour and 45 minutes. So it was long time for waiting. But I understand there was lots of people, and then that was just 3 questions, and everything was suddenly great because we get it. And there it was very easy, but everything before was difficult.
So what were those 3 questions that they ask you? Like to share?
Yeah, of course, it's nothing secret. They ask us where we will have the business, the city, how much money we have for the business now on our account, and if my husband is still the employee in his company in Czech Republic. And that's all, just these 3 questions.
Great. Because important, and I want to add to this, it's important to still keep the ties to your home country. So even if you are establishing business in the US and you are an investor and you are planning to run and manage the company in the US, I just want to make sure that people understand that it's E-2 visa, non-immigrant visa. So if you want to permanently immigrate to the US, you need to apply for a green card. And therefore, even if you are applying for E-2, keep ties to your home country. So therefore, they ask you the 3rd question, if your husband still keeps the job, because based on that, you are actually establishing the ties to the Republic. And there is no intently live and stay in the US. This very important thing. People think that because they are getting this E-2 visa, they can immigrate and stay. But in the long term, you at some point guys to for you, which will be the green card. Of course, E-2 visa, you will have and extend the E-2 and you got it for 5 years, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
And the next thing what I want to say is then it's I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's very important how are you prepared, because I think this question was the last thing what they want to know, because everything was in the documents which we sent it there, and I think without your help we can't do it. That was too much things, too much very impatient, and without it it isn't possible for us. That's my opinion, but really I think it isn't.
Thank you so much for saying that. I don't, even though sometimes people getting information, it's simple. Well, not really, because there are many details that need to be taken care of, and of course people can apply for their own investigation. We even have a free ebook. They can download the free ebook at ImmigrationBiz.com. I post the link below this video. So for those who want to do it themselves, they can certainly do it. But as you said, there are little details that needs to be taken care of, and it's based on our experience that we are able to provide the answers to the clients. But as I said, if you are prepared, you put all documents together properly, if you document every source of funds where that came from, and everything is in order and legal, then there should be an issue, and nobody should have any fear, because you are an investor, you are establishing business, investing in the economy. So America will welcome you.
Yeah.
So what are your future plans? What are your goals for the next, let's say, 2-3 years?
Yeah. So now we must to the future, we want to focus just for the performance. The repair is thing what you need for the customers, for the customer service, but we want to focus just to the dyno tuning for the racing cars, and we want to grow up, because I think there it is possible. So in the next 2 years, we want to grow up in our shop, and the next years we'd like to open next shop, and we'd like to have the employees from USA, and our company, we want to show the people in USA how we want to do it in Europe style, because that's very important for us. So that's our dream. Focus to dyno performance and open it, and open new shops.
Perfect. I love that dream, and I hope that it's true. And as you just said this, that you'll be able to then get a green card, because if the business goes well, then the EB-5 is the option for you. So thank you so much for sharing your experience, and I really wish you a lot of luck, and may your dreams come true and your business goes well. And if people find you, they can go to your website, and we will post the link below. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Yeah, we want to say just thank you so much for everything, because that was very important for us. And thank you for that, then we can now live our American dream. And I want to say the people which decide if yes or no for your company, absolutely yes, because you help us step after step, and everything what you told us was absolutely true. And I think everything is possible, but with your help it's possible very fast and for 100%. So for the people which decide, absolutely yes, this company is great for your American dream.
So much, really. Thank you so much. It's very, very nice of you. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much that you chose to work with us. And of course, we are We are continuing to be here for you guys. So if you need any help, you can always reach out. And for our viewers, if you guys have any questions, please leave them below this video, or you can contact us at ImmigrationBiz.com. And also, again, check out RTM Performance website. I will also link below this video. And also, if you have any questions regarding E-2, I'm sure they'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for your time, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.